Guys, so this has been quite a while since the previous update. So this is the portfolio number 14. So I think the last one was a month ago. There's been some major changes. So one of them is Pfizer and Moderna, and I think there's one other company have found. I think it's been effective where they found a cure to corona, 90% effective rate. So I want to see how that changes things in the market going forward. Um, oh, and before starting the video, I kind of want to say, so if you check the description, if you'd like to get started investing on the same platform I'm using, which is Trading 212, and I also use Freetrade. So there's a link in the description, and if you use this, we'll both receive a free share. So feel free to check that out. Uh, yeah, so there's a few things I want to get into. So I think on the last video, I was actually at a net loss. I think a couple of percent down. It's been increasing quite a lot, and that was mainly due to the speculation about Biden becoming the new president. I think there's a bit of optimism about how the economy was going to perform. A lot of people also expecting major changes like the oil industries and green to become hugely profitable. So it's kind of been orienting towards renewable energy companies. So let's get into some changes too. I've got some things to discuss. So you can see I'm a bit too diversified for my liking at the moment, and I'm gonna try and cut down positions over time when I'm satisfied with how much in the green it is. But there's still a lot of companies I'm going to keep. So AbbVie is definitely one of them. I have 9.41 shares. So that was at a value of $82 average or £64. This one I'm definitely going to keep. So this is a great dividend payer. I'm going to keep that for a long time. I try to keep it also good companies that are at a value. They're highly undervalued. And also, I like to keep companies that I actually use too. So I use 3M, I use AMD, Amazon. If I use them, I mean, that kind of tempts me a little bit more to keep them too. But it also depends on their management, the CEO. Are they innovative? Do they have a good future? Is their revenue good? Is there good cash flow? Lower debt? So let's say look at AT&T. This one is actually hugely undervalued at the moment. So over the last couple of years, they have been underperforming, but they've actually had some major changes recently. So they're predicted they should be around 40 US dollars at least. So they're 30 at the moment, and they have a massive 7% dividend, which is actually covered quite well by cash flow. They do have a lot of debt. I think it's at 140 billion now, but I can easily see that going to 100 billion. They're kind of chipping away very quickly at this, and things are running smoothly. They do have some growth sectors, so they're similar to their competitors, but HBO Max was hugely more successful than I was expecting, so that's been doing great. Let's see. So I want to get this up to at least 50 shares. Right now I'm on 39 shares with an average price of 29. Ideally, I'd like to purchase more when it gets to like 27 to lower my average, but it's still at a very good price. There's this company, Boeing, too. I kind of wish I bought 5, but 4 is still decent. So I got this at an average price of $148 per share. So that was around, I think that was at like June. I think it was May or June. I bought most of these, and I've just held on to this. So this, I did expect a rebound, and it has. So it's been doing great. I still believe this is going to be like very successful as a company. It's going to rebound at least to 300, but that will take a while. Um, Oil is something I've been really thinking about a lot. So I can see this huge shift to electric. So there's Tesla, all these companies that are shifting entirely to electric and renewable. BP knows that too, and they actually intend to do this. But as a company, I don't think they have the cash flow to be able to do this effectively. They might, but it's still a bit unpredictable. I bought the majority of these shares way before any of this happened, this current crisis. But ideally, I don't want to sell this at a loss. If this can get to zero, I'm probably going to just sell this. So right now I'm at a 27% loss. Carnival. So this was a hopeless company for a long time. So I think they're on debt at the moment. That can sustain them for at least till the next summer, at the max. But I think things will be okay with the way Pfizer and Moderna have that new vaccine. I think people would like cruises, so they're probably going to return to this. And I have Apple. I actually hate Apple. I don't want an iPhone, don't want a Mac, but it is a good company. They have a huge cash flow. Not their debt is not that bad, and they are going to grow. So I think they have a bright future ahead. But investing is you shouldn't really maintain your emotions in this. It's kind of like what works. Let's see. Oh, this Scene World. I've kind of been jumping in and out of this, which is good because I've got like some small revenue coming through. I did have it at about 30 pence. I think I had about 200 and I sold it at 35. I really should have held on to that, but it's I think I'm hoping this goes back down for a while. That'll be great. Getting into which one was it? Was it Tesla? Okay, so this one first. So Palantir. This one was actually recently downgraded by analysts. So Morgan Stanley downgraded this because they believed it's a less than desirable consulting firm. When actually, I don't think it is. It's a software company. So this one, I don't see as remaining low for long, but they believe it's should be fair value at $15, which I think is way too low for this company. They're a securities software company, and they're an essential part for many companies. I can see this getting to around $100, but that's going to be quite a while. So this, I believe, will really rebound. So I'm going to take this opportunity to invest more in this one. And where is it? Oh, Salesforce. So they've recently announced the acquisition of Slack, which is going to be a huge part of their portfolio going forward. So if you are a Slack owner like I am, I have one share of them. So they're going to announce what percentage that's going to transition to, but I don't imagine it's going to be a high amount. But if you own Slack, you'll now become a Salesforce partial owner, or you receive some of your revenue back. So Shell, they're the biggest oil supplier in Europe. They're also planning to transition to renewables. And actually, they're only starting now in 2020. So they haven't actually invested fully yet, but they're going to use the revenue they've got from oil to make that transition possible. They know what the future's like, and they really do want to change the company. So at the moment, I am profiting from them at 21 shares at £13. But this, I'm going to see what happens in February when they release the earnings and they talk about their future. So from then, I'm going to decide whether to hold on to this. But for the most part, I kind of want to exit oil. Tesla. So this company is hugely controversial. Many people say it should be lower than it is. If you value it entirely by its fundamentals, it should be a lot lower than it is. But the reason why Tesla's been growing so much is that it's been valued based on its future potential. There's been a recent leak by Elon Musk. So I think he made a tweet to people at Tesla, which got leaked. So he said something like I think he's warning staff about like the company Tesla is going to get crushed like a souffle under a sledgehammer. I think he was referring to the earnings are coming up, and they're not sure if their revenues are kind of in the green. So Tesla's been spending a lot, and they haven't been making as much. So it's not consistently profitable, just because they're like thinking far into the future. So if it shows, I think they're kind of fearing if it shows in the next revenue that they haven't beat their earnings. I think he's just putting a word out that it's going to have a big drop, which is good for me as an investor because I think this company is future long-term growth. Autonomous vehicles, planes, electric. I believe in this company, so I'm happy with if that comes out. It's good. So Upwork is one of my biggest growth stocks. This one I've got almost 16 shares, so that's 65% return and £154 profit. So this company is doing great. Also Virgin Galactic. They had a successful flight recently and they're planning to do another. This one is a long-term play. I can see this reaching at least $100 within the next 2 years if things improve. And pretty much that's kind of like a new update on the stocks I'm kind of looking at the moment. So get rid of oil, invest in my priorities like Microsoft, Apple, even Lloyd's, renewables, and AT&T. So I'm going to keep the dividends coming and just see how this goes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the update. So if you're interested in investing, then check the comment section. I'm going to have a link to Freetrade, a referral link, and one for Trading 212. So if you want to get started investing, use this code. When you deposit £1, then you get a free share worth up to £100 or £200. So anyway, guys, look forward to seeing you in the comments. If you have any questions, just let me know or reach out to me on Instagram or here on YouTube. So I'll speak to you there. Bye.